Hi everyone, welcome to No Nonsense Whiskey. My name's Vin PF, and on today's episode we've got a whiskey in, whiskey out for October 2022. Bit of a short month this month. I mean, maybe short, maybe not. I've only got 2 bottles in and 3 out. Pretty good month. I've gone a bit easier on the older drinking of whiskey recently, but I've got a lot of bottles that are coming down to that kind of kill mark as well. So in future months there'll be some bigger episodes, I'll wager. So make sure you hit subscribe if you're new here. In any case, let's get onto the whiskey in first and we'll see what we've got. Just going to reach over here this time. Usually they're down here, but I've only got so few that they're up on the table. First one then, if you're eagle-eyed, you'd have seen this review already, just came out. This is the Americana Small Batch Bourbon Whiskey. Now, this came my way via my Somerton Club membership, the 50 quid every 2 months one. Not disappointed in this at all. You can see I've had a good wedge out of this already, and this is going to go into my free drinking pile, I think, because there's not really much point keeping it for special. I don't think it's nice enough, but it's, you know, it's, I don't know, it's one of those bottles that I'm just really into. So when I get something that's really interesting, I'm gonna just drink it, I think. Next one then, we have the Arden Merkin AD 02.22. Now, the reason why I bought this, well, there's 2 reasons. The main reason why I bought it was because after I did the V-pub a couple of weeks ago, I was emailed straight away the next day telling me that this was on sale on a web shop. The reason why that I just clicked yes and buy is because we've got the Oswars coming up, the online Scotch Whisky Awards, and Arden Merkin, not necessarily this, but Arden Merkin has been nominated for 3 categories, and this one here is in the running for Best Scotch of the year. And while I was talking about what was happening on the V-pub, everyone kept telling me, I can't believe you haven't tried this yet, you need to try this, it's really, really good. When I saw the deal come up, I thought to myself, I wasn't going to buy it, but when I saw the deal, I was like, do you know what, if this wins, I'm not going to be able to get it. You know, like, that's not what the Oswars are about. The Oswars aren't about trying to make things sell out or inflation prices or anything like that. But the fact of the matter remains that if something wins that, I'm not going to be able to get it. And it was the most interesting one that I hadn't tried on the list. So I bought it. There you go. So I've had a little bit out of it, and let me tell you, it's pretty good. I'm not going to go into any more than that. Alright then, let's get on to whiskey out and see what we've got. First one then, we have the standard black bottle. Also a nominee for Oswars, actually, interestingly enough. Easy drinking, very cheap. Bit annoyed about the opaque, well, nearly opaque. I can see my ring light on this. Nearly opaque black bottle, but it's called black bottle, so, you know, I'll forgive it for that. You know what? For 20 quid, it weren't that bad. I wouldn't repeat buy. I'd much rather spend a couple of quid extra and get their Alchemy series, because those are stunning. You know, for 23, 25 pounds, those are really good. Let's just pop that there. Let's put it behind these. Moving on then. We have the Heroes and Heretics Disciples. This is the first one. The Craigellachie 12-year-old. Yeah, I mean, relatively enjoyed it. I should be honest about it, because it's one of those ones where it's a drinkable whiskey. It just wasn't really for me. That's the big thing. You know, I'm not really a huge sherry finish drinker anyway. But the further this went down, the kind of less I reached for it. So what I did in the end was I siphoned off a whole heap of samples for my Discord channel, and we did a bit of a blind tasting, and this was one of the ones that I sent over to people just to get it gone, and it's gone. So yeah, there we go, dead. Finally then, we've got a killed bottle of Henstone, their single malt whiskey. Now, I've said this many times to them and to you guys when I've been talking about these. This one here is batch number 2. Now the thing about Henstone is, if you have tried these, this is important information for you if you have tried these, because every single one of their batch releases has this on the front. So side by side, just looking at the front labels, you can't tell the difference. You have to look at the batch numbers on the back, and they're so different. They're so different to each other. This one was good. I really enjoyed this, and I bought this off of them. Then I tried their batch 5 or 6, and it was stunning. Like, it wasn't just good, it was stunning. And I think it's a bit of a shame that they're sort of not differentiated enough on the front. I mean, it's cool. I like this. I like the whole batch bottle numbers and stuff like that, but I think it should be on the front. And the other thing as well is that right now, I guess this label will last them for a long time, but right now it says small batch, but it isn't small batch, it's single cask. These are single cask whiskies right now, and I think that should be front and centre as well, because otherwise there's not really much reason for you to pick this up if you don't know anything about it. You know, I mean, you should, for sure. You should definitely check these guys out because they're making really wonderful stuff, and not just the whiskey as well. The rest of their range is pretty good if you're into those different subsections. But for me, I really enjoyed that bottle, and I should be looking at getting another one soon. But again, I could put it next to it, and you'd never know which one was which. But yeah, besides the point. There you go. That's my whiskey in, whiskey out this month. Let me know what you think about the purchases and the kills. Also, let me know what you bought and what you killed this month. You know I love to hear about what you've bought. Chuck that in the comments below. Let's have a discussion about it because it's just really interesting what people are buying right now as we're coming up to Christmas and whatnot. In any case, that's me done for this month. So I'll see you again on another Whiskey in, Whiskey Out, or WIWO. And I'll see you again on more reviews coming up. As I mentioned previously on the VPub, I have got loads and loads and loads of awesome products coming up to you in the run up to Christmas and beyond. So make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the like, all that cool stuff. Let's have it. I'll see you again on more videos. Cheers.